Geek World! Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the newest episode of Geek World Radio. So, some of you might be thinking to yourself, wait a second, it's Tuesday. Why is there a new video now? That stuff comes out Wednesday. Well, Anime, why are we doing this on Tuesday?
Because Call of Duty Black Ops 2 just came out, and we've been playing it all day.
Now, we love the Call of Duty franchise, and particularly, I love the Black Ops franchise.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, it's great and everything, but I really love Call of Duty Black Ops. The very first one I thought was really cool. Went through the Cold War, definitely more story-heavy, and also, frankly, I like the multiplayer a lot more than Modern Warfare 2.
It was a really great change from the Modern Warfare, gameplay.
Yeah, totally. So I think that really the thing that people are most excited about for this game that you saw in all the trailers was the fact that this was like Future Wars. This game, a lot of it's based in 2025. Of course, basically the idea is there's a bad man and he finds a way to take control of all of our drones and all of our other crazy robotics and stuff. And basically, we have to fight against that.
Damn nerds.
Damn nerds trying to mess with all of our stuff. One thing I found interesting about this game that I didn't mind, but, when I first saw the trailers, I thought, is this entire game just going to be in the future? Is that where they're going? In the future. But what they actually did was they sort of just did a continuation of the story that they started in Black Ops.
Right.
With the characters like Frank Woods, Alex Mason. Essentially, there are still levels from that time period, that Cold War-esque time period in this game, following those characters. But also on top of that, we're dealing with the future stuff with David Mason, who is Alex Mason's son, who's a Navy SEAL. In this game, the good guys are Navy SEALs and not CIA guys. It's got a cool sort of combination of this Cold War era stuff along with the future stuff.
Yes.
So, Anime, what did you really like about this game?
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker. How could you not like Michael Rooker? I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And also on top of that, Tony Todd.
Yeah, they even scan Tony Todd's face in. And
how could you not with that face?
I know. It's kind of creepy, but also completely awesome.
It is Candyman's face. It is not creepy. It is amazing.
Yeah, totally awesome.
Yeah, but you say creepy. I would like to strike creepy from the record, Your Honor.
No, you can't.
Strike.
No.
I object. Like Phoenix Wright style.
Objection
anime.
denied.
Oh, whatever. You should be overruled.
I think that creepy and awesome can go as one. One of the other great things is that with the first Black Ops, a lot of people played and really were upset that the story mode was kind of short. Now, granted, people don't really play the Call of Duty games for story mode. You play it for the multiplayer. It's
true, yeah.
But the fact is that they did a good enough job with the story mode that people wanted more, and they were kind of upset that it was so short. Well, Treyarch actually, took people's comments to heart, and they made a much more robust, bigger, longer story mode this time with a much more complex story.
For sure. I mean, I gotta say that I was really impressed by it. I love the future tech in this game. One of the very first levels you play, the bad guys are in this crazy stealth, almost invisibility armor. And you're trying to shoot at them at night, and you're like, where the hell are these guys?
I'm assuming that's the point of the, crazy stealth armor.
Exactly.
That you can't
That's
find
a good point. That is, It's like, why would you... It's like, check this out. I'm invisible. Why would you do that? Because
you're shooting at me.
Guys can't see you. I don't see why you do that. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, but luckily, because it's the future anime, we have all kinds of other cool, optics for the guns. One is, this millimeter sight that basically, can read, heat signatures, so, you can find those guys. Also, one of my favorite ones was called Target Locator, and I actually really like this one because, sometimes bad guys blend in the background, or even worse for me, I sometimes often shoot my own guys.
Let's go with the often part of that.
I can't tell the difference sometimes in the colors and stuff. So basically, Target Locator essentially puts little triangles around the guys who are your bad guys. Yeah. So then it's easy to see them, especially during the night or rain sequences or just dark room.
That
sequences.
way you're not wasting your time and your ammo shooting your own guys.
Exactly, which I will do all the time anyway. But I gotta say, really, I think one of the coolest things about this game is being able to control the drones. I mean, that is just amazing. I mean, the thing is, it's always cool just to get in a shootout, but when you can use your little like Chuck-esque iPhone thing on your wrist, and you can basically send those rotor things, those four rotors, like, you know, over there just to shoot up all the bad guys. That's the best.
Yeah, and they don't just have the drones aren't just the kind of flying drones that you typically think of.
Yeah.
They also have like those crawling robotic drones that you might have seen like YouTube videos of, where they like have these creepy crawling robots, but these ones have guns.
Yeah, the giant claws, you mean.
They're so cool.
And you can take command of those things too. Also, you know, there's all kinds of little things. There's this cool little like spider, like for like infiltration stuff that you use. I mean, there's all kinds of really great things. I mean, this is a really well done game, a really well done script. David Goyer, who of course wrote Blade, he was one of the writers on all the recent Batman films. You know, he wrote this, and also Trent Reznor did the music. The music's amazing.
Great.
They've also added a new sort of layer to the game called Strike Force. And basically how this works is, along with like playing your regular campaign mode, you can unlock these Strike Force missions, and basically they go a little SOCOM on us here. So in Strike Force, basically you control a team of SEALs and also a team of drones, and you tell them to go and like defend a certain area or attack a certain area, and of course, you know, you can take over the bodies of the different soldiers, or you can take over the actual drones and use them. And it's really cool, it's really different, not really my forte, and it really doesn't have anything directly to do with the campaign mode, but I think it's really cool that they've tried to sort of do a new thing instead of just like the next, you know, cool location where you're getting shot by a million guys and maybe you'll take over like a, you know, a vehicle here or there.
Right.
But I have to say though, there were some really cool missions in this one where you took over vehicles.
Yeah.
Really the best one though is you're in downtown LA and you take control of a jet.
Yeah.
And you have to like shoot down drones and protect the president. It's amazing.
Avoid flying into buildings.
Yeah. Which was an issue for me. Yeah, a big issue for me.
So, you know, if you don't have much more to say about the story mode, why don't we get on to some of the multiplayer?
Let's move on. Yeah, multiplayer, you know, I think that they've really advanced it quite a bit. They've changed sort of the whole loadout system. Okay. Basically now you just have a lot more options. You know, along with 3 different perks that you could do, there's now these wild cards, and basically you earn these wild cards by as you progress through the game, you get these tokens, and these tokens are how you unlock things. And basically, you can spend tokens to unlock your 3 wildcard slots, and the wildcards you can do stuff like, you know, you can now have 2 of the Type 1 perk.
Yeah.
Or you can do something like, you know, have an additional attachment that you could add onto your weapon. Yeah. And so there's a whole new way of, like, customizing that is much deeper than you were able to do before. Or have your
secondary weapon be a primary weapon.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there's all these kind of things, and I think that's really cool because then people can just get way more specific about the things that they want to do. Yeah. Which is really cool. Also, I think what's really neat is, you know, they've been slowly growing their sort of different ways of playing over the last few Modern Warfare games, but they have this new thing where it's just a whole another segment called Party Games, and now they have like One in the Chamber, which was a game I believe they had in Modern Warfare 3 where like you only have like one gun with 1 bullet, and basically, you know, it's a one-shot kill. That's really fun. There's also one where all you can use is like tomahawks and knives and stuff like that. It's almost like Slappers back in GoldenEye back in the day.
I always loved watching people play that.
Oh, it's amazing. It was so much fun. But the one I really liked the most was called Gun Game. Basically, everyone starts off with like the same pistol, right? And then every time you get a kill, you upgrade to another weapon. It just gives you the newest, highest weapon. Also, they've continued Kill Confirmed from the last Modern Warfare game, which I think is a really fun way to play. I really enjoy that. And also, they've just got a bunch of new little things. You know, they have all the same modes, you know, team deathmatch and stuff like that. They have all that stuff. That's all great. But they've added some new stuff. One of the really cool things they added was called multi-team. So, of course, they have things like team deathmatch and all that other stuff. Well, multi-team is basically 3 teams of 3 different players all fight it out in different modes. And that's really cool, too, because I like having these, like, miniature groups instead of, like, you know, giant groups of, like, you know, 8 people or 9 people all fighting against one another.
Yeah, it's also good for those of you who, like, you know, might not have 8 or 9 people that, like, you always play with. You might have 1 or 2 that are, like, even in the same area as you that you're on with often.
Well, and also, you know, to go along with that, you know, they're really going into new things, like they have this whole new new league play they're creating, where basically you and your friends can create your own team, can create your own emblem, can start, fighting together all the time.
Right.
And basically right now it's just a tryout period, but they're actually, I read in there, they're going to do season 1 starting December 1st. Also, that you're going to have the ability to stream live your games if you want to, if you have your YouTube account, connected to the game.
So that means if, you're having a really awesome game, or if you pull a Leroy Jenkins,
exactly.
You'll want that up there.
Yeah,
exactly. Either way, really.
Either way, yeah. It works out either way, and it's beautiful. One of the other things they added, which I think is really cool, is you remember kill streaks in the last one, where basically, you kill 9 people in a row, and you can get a bunch of attack dogs to attack people and stuff? Well, now they've changed that to score streaks.
Okay.
And so now it's not about how many people you kill in a row. It's about, getting your score to a certain point so then you can unlock this, which I think is much better, because that way it doesn't depend on, getting, because you get 8 kills in a row and then die, and you can't get your dogs now.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's also more fair because there's a lot of times where I don't get a kill, but I'll get an assist.
Right.
And so I'll get half a kill, but that doesn't mean anything for kill streaks.
Yeah.
So this will definitely help people who do a lot of assists also get that. So I think that's really cool.
That'll also encourage people to assist and not feel like somebody, stole their kill all the time.
Exactly. So overall, I mean, there's a lot of new functionality. There's new perks. There's amazing new weapons. I mean, the cyber rifle that shoots through the wall.
and let's not forget, they also still have zombies mode, because people love that.
I mean, zombies is really cool. I mean, zombies is more like a classic game, you know? I mean, you basically get 1 life, and if you die, you die. If he dies, he dies. I think they did a really cool new job with this, and they've added some new functionality into it, too. But one of the cool things they added is now they're kind of getting a little Dead Rising on this anime, because you can actually pick up items and combine them.
Oh, sweet.
But the thing is, they don't have any way of saying, pick these things up and make these. You kind of just have to figure it out on your own.
Well, that's cool.
So that's kind of neat, right?
Gotta be, innovative.
Exactly. That's really neat. And I think it's going to be really cool to see, how this evolves and what people start doing. And also, they've added a whole new, team match sort of scenario in this zombies mode. It's called Grief. That's the name of it. And basically, it's teams of 4, I believe, and basically you all compete in these teams to kill as many zombies as possible. It was funny because, it was the first night anyone had it. We were all playing it first. Everyone just tried to kill each other.
Yeah, it was really funny to watch everyone, stabbing at each other and trying to shoot each other and wasting all their bullets because you can't kill the other people.
Yeah, and this is a whole nother way. Instead of just running and protecting yourself from zombies, now you're attacking the zombies.
Right.
Because now it's a free-for-all. And I think that's really cool and a nice new dynamic for it. Also, it's just scarier. I mean, there was a level where I swear there was a demon baby jumping on people's heads and eating their heads.
That was so creepy.
It was crazy, yeah.
I've used the word creepy a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of... That's coming back.
Yeah.
In a big way. A lot of people like to say creepy now, especially girls. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just guys nowadays are creepy. I don't know.
Could be.
But I know that a lot of girls, they just use it now all the time.
Well, I'll say that was pretty freaky.
Yeah, but in this case, I mean, a little baby that jumps on you and eats your head, a little gray baby, is actually officially creepy. So I think it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Some other closing things I just want to talk about. I really love some of the things in the campaign mode, like riding the horses and shooting the AK-47.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I like when they add, real world people, like Noriega. I think that stuff's really awesome. And also, frankly... though we did play Black Ops, I don't think you would have had to play Black Ops to understand the story, which I think is really important. But yeah, I mean, I had a great time with this game. I
did too, and we look forward to continuing what we did last with the last game of collecting all the crazy things that people say while we're playing online.
Exactly. Yes.
Coming up with a nice list of that. So. We'll have a nice list of crazy things that people say while playing Call of Duty.
There is a whole lot of crazy going on, without a doubt. Cool, well, that's going to be it for our Call of Duty Black Ops 2 review. I think that on our show this week, maybe we'll talk a little more Call of Duty. It'll be on, of course, this week on our radio stations Indie 100 and The Point.
If you want to play against us, if you're playing on PlayStation 3, our PlayStation Network name is Geek_World. _world.
Yeah.
So look for us, friend us, and maybe we'll get to play together. You can also send us an email to geekworldradio@yahoo.com and check out our website, geekworldradio.com, where we have all sorts of awesome stuff up.
Yeah, and other than that, we had a great show this week. See you next Wednesday, and knife you later!
Well, now it's time to vote with an non-stop day. It's safe to say we'll have some fun today on Geek World Radio.